Anna, man. Send her to jail. Her aunts can raise her fucking kids. Send her to fucking jail for this. I will charge her. When this is done, I will fucking sue her. You know, I will fucking sue her for what she has said and done to me. I will sue all of these motherfuckers. It will be class action. Conspiracy, civil conspiracy is the words they use. Yeah, just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean that they're not after you.
I thought Anna didn't like Liam. I don't. Now, here's the thing with him. I don't think, I know he's on the spectrum in some way, shape, or form, because he does not act like a normal person. And I'm weird as hell. And I just, like, when it comes to him, I said this on a stream before, like, I don't care. I do not care about him, what he does in his world. I blocked him and I try to ignore him the best that I can. I do not like his whining. I do not think the way he acts is the way a full-grown man should act. Let me put this out there. I think almost every single word that comes out of his mouth is complete bullshit. And when it comes to people like him, I just block and ignore. Now, my introduction to him was years ago. I think I was finishing editing a video. It was like 5 a.m. my time. I went to go put like a scheduled tweet up on Twitter from like my videos coming out. And I had been up all night because I was on my vampire schedule. And it was like literally when I was about to log off and go to sleep and I was exhausted. And I see a tweet calling me, that Star Wars girl, out on some kind of blood sports stream that Liam was hosting. And it had all of the war campaign guys that were just, you know, wanting to talk shit about my Vampirella cover. Now, I've explained this so many times. I didn't think it was rocket science, but for retards on the internet, it is. So I was approached by Dynamite Comics years ago to do Star Wars covers. And I said no, because I don't like Disney Star Wars and I don't want to do a cover and, you know, help make sales on like a Kylo Ren comic book. And so I had told Dynamite no. And then, you know, obviously my sister went missing, my sister passed away, and they reached out to me again. Nick Barucci, the guy who owned Dynamite Comics, reached out to me personally and said, hey, we're, you know, promoting Vampirella stuff right now. And, you know, I heard you say that your sister was really into, you know, horror and that genre. And if you would like to do a cover in like her memory. And me being very emotional and distraught, and, you know, probably should have, I took, you know, a few months break kind of from the internet and doing stuff. But I decided, okay, my sister died in her early 20s. She has no children. She has no husband. She has no legacy. So at least if I do this, then my sister will have some kind of legacy and she can be forever in comic book history and, you know, for Vampirella. So there will always be that cover. Whether or not you like it, that's beside the point. It will be a legacy of her of some kind. And so I did it. I did it in the style that my sister likes. And I have explained that so many times, but I get it. Not everybody likes that style. Have you ever seen me do that style? Aside from that, no, personally, it's not my style either. Me and my sister both of my sisters, we're all very different people, but I did it for her. Everything about that was for her. Everything in that cover was stuff that she liked. I drew it in the style that she liked. Vampirella was holding a rose. My sister's middle name was Rose. If you turn the cover upside down, you will even see more images. People got mad because I had bisexual light, and I'm like, well, I wasn't meaning to do that, but my sister is bisexual, but I had it be pink and blue because growing up, we had a pink room and a blue room. And that's the colors my mom would always paint her rooms. Didn't matter the fact that she had 3 girls. There was a pink Humpty Dumpty room a blue Humpty Dumpty room and a pink angel room. And those were the rooms that we had all growing up. So that's why the colors were the way that they were. Also, my sister liked those colors. Shocker that I did everything in honor of my sister. And people that already didn't like me, that had it out to hate me to begin with, they, said they insulted me in every way possible. The only time I ever responded to these people, but I said like, LOL, like you're jelly, that's it. And they were like, Anna can't take criticism on her artwork. And I'm like, no, I just pointed out that you're jealous because they said that I skipped the line, that there should have been other people. And which is funny considering they want people to promote them. Like, I think one of the things that they always get on about is like, oh, well, we can't get onto Az's show anymore. Like, we can't go on Nerdrotic's channel. And it's like, well, they saw how you guys all treated me. Why would they want you on their shows, right? Like, these are people that tormented me when my sister died over the fact that I did a comic book cover in her honor. My introduction to Liam was he hosted a stream with all of the people that were tormenting me over my sister's death in this Vampirella cover. And when I wouldn't respond to them about them talking about like me and like my comic, like my art or whatever, that's when they started like making memes of like Ellen DeGeneres snorting my sister's ashes, because my sister her name was Ellen and she was cremated. So they were just trying to torment me over my sister's death. And Liam had them all on a stream. And it was like a tweet calling me out to come on to this stream. And I just happened to see it when I was, closing out Twitter. It popped up in my notifications. And so I clicked on it and I clicked the link and it takes me to YouTube where all of these people are just talking shit. Now, I could have very easily gone and retweeted it, because I did go on the show. I commented in the chat. Liam sent me the link and I went on. And I could have very easily gone and tweeted about it and said, hey, all of my audience, I'm on this stream, but I didn't. I didn't even talk about it here on my channel until years after the fact. And when I did finally talk about it, I said, oh yeah, if you guys do want to watch it, and I posted it in the live stream. And this was years later. And I think a couple people went and watched it and they finally saw the shit, because it was me versus 6 people that all hated me. And it turned into like a screaming match between me and like their leader. And again, these are guys that like want to act like full grown men when they're tormenting a girl that's half their age over a drawing and bringing in my sister's death over that. And then trying to say, well, Anna's hiding behind her sister's death. I'm like, no, this whole thing was an ode to my sister and you're upset about that. It's like, you don't have to buy it. So my introduction was, this is the guy that's hosting that stream. And I get he was trying to find his niche. Maybe it was blood sports or whatnot. And I felt kind of bad because after the stream, he like off air, he gave me this like little pity party about himself. And I like basically like, oh, I miss Comicsgate the way that it was when we all used to do CG live and we used to chill and we used to talk and like do promotion. And I felt bad for him. I sent him a message afterwards with like, oh, if you ever need help, just let me know. No, I'm like, this is someone who, in my opinion, this is just my opinion on from what I've seen from the interactions from this dude, he's trying way too hard. It's coming off to me as like a child when you're like, oh, I like this thing. It's like, oh yeah, me too. It's my favorite thing ever. Like, and then, kind of finding out what you like and then trying to say that, oh yeah, I like it too. But then telling a tall tale about how they have some kind of love or like, or how they're kind of related in some way to that thing. And it just comes off completely disingenuous. And I got to a point where like, I just can't deal with this person. I think every word out of their mouth is absolute bullshit. And I don't have time for it. And so I've had Liam blocked for years. And then he was on a stream. I don't remember who streamed it on. Maybe the chat remembers, but I think this was back when he was fighting with Ethan. But I was listening and I jumped on because I knew for a fact he was lying. And he makes up these tall tales like everyone's out to get him. And it's like, nobody cares enough about you to be out to get you. And he wants to say that, oh, there's these people that are doing X, Y, and Z to me. And it's like, if that were really true, why aren't you calling the cops? Why aren't you doing this? But instead of doing all the things a normal, rational person would do, instead of doing that, you're crying about it on Twitter or you're on a live stream crying about it. If this is really, you're really in danger, you're really terrified for your life, instead of taking care of like yourself and your family, you're posting about it on Twitter, you're crying about it on Twitter. Like, I'm sorry, no rational person believes that. And then he started saying something about how he has receipts about this, and he had been sharing his screen earlier. So this was the ticker that I was like, as somebody that streams very regularly, the way that StreamYards works is if you're on your phone, you can't share your screen. And then he's like crying to John and Ethan about how he has the receipts and he'll share them or something like that. But he's on his phone right now. So he can't share, but he had been sharing a screen or something earlier. And so I jumped on and I'm just like, you're lying, And I saw a clip of him later like, oh, Anna's upset at me because I guess she didn't hear birds in the background. I'm like, no, I know for a fact you're lying that you were on your phone because you shared your screen earlier. And I just went on the show and I just said, show the receipts. Show the receipts. You're making these claims. You claim that you have all these receipts. So show them. To my knowledge, he still has not shown them. On that stream, he definitely did not show them. And all I did was, as a person that does this almost every single day, that's done this almost every single day for years, I knew on the technical side of it that he was lying. And I just went on that, and apparently that made me the embodiment of all evil. There was some comment somewhere somebody sent me where he had like basically implied that I'm one of the reasons he contemplated Minecrafting himself, which I'm like, if somebody just asking for you, like, you, first off, I know I can be assertive at times, but me, if you're making these wildly outlandish claims and somebody comes on saying, show the fucking receipts, you better show the fucking receipts. If you're going to do this on the internet, especially when people can go on the internet and find out if you're lying or not. Just like I did end up watching this stream. Somebody posted it in the replies. This stream that Vaughn was on, I guess is called like CG Church. And they pulled up all the receipts to show basically how Liam is stretching the truth on it. Like, I'd never seen this. Apparently he claimed that he'd been on PewDiePie, and apparently it wasn't. It was his old artist got featured on PewDiePie, and PewDiePie didn't even read the name. So it was like all these like little technical things, but it's basically he's stretching the truth. And I genuinely think he's either on the spectrum or there's something loose up here, which is why I'm like, I usually block and I don't engage. But now, a few months ago, he was like blowing up the CG Kings group chat. And I'll tell you, because I'm pretty much friends with almost everyone in there. Nobody in there likes him. Everybody just tolerates him because we all know Ethan has a soft spot for him. And all of those guys are way too nice to say anything, and everyone just pretty much ignores him. And then it was the time when he was saying somebody was hiding out of his house with a shotgun, and Vaughn got so frustrated. Vaughn went off on him in the CG group chat. Well, I should say the CG Kings group chat. Vaughn went off on him. I finally chimed in because I was just like, and I just said, basically, like, stop, this group chat isn't for drama. And then Vaughn, I think, thought I was telling him to stop, not Liam. And then I was like, no, I said, Vaughn, everyone in this group chat knows that Liam is on the spectrum, and we all just ignore him because this group chat isn't for drama. Liam got upset and like thumbs down the comment, but everybody else, like pretty much everyone else that's in that group chat, agreed with me and told me off air in private that. And then later on, like, he posted some video where he's like, this is me defending myself. And then everybody ignored it. And then finally, Billy was nice enough to just say, Liam, nobody's watching that. This is a professional group chat. Either be professional, or Billy said it a lot nicer than anyone else could. But basically, Billy was like, nobody's watching your crying video. Just be professional. That's what this room is for. And then Ethan, I think, kicked him out, and then for whatever reason brought him back in. And I will give him this, since then he has been. There hasn't been any drama posts. He does post obnoxiously more than anybody else in there. But he has kept it professional. So I will say that. I think he got the memo on that. But as far as his tall tales, that still hasn't ended. But so I saw this and I commented because I thought it was funny. But so I guess, I don't remember when, I think I might have gone on one of Ethan's shows or something, but these are screenshots that I had. But so this was a show, I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but so this was a show I was on with Ethan, and Ethan said something about me caring about Liam, and I basically said I don't care about him, and that, like, and I'm sorry guys, I know this is the internet, and if, like, you're not a perfect angel that has no flaws, you're the devil. But there are just people I don't care about. Like, if Putin died tomorrow, I would not care. If Greta died tomorrow, I would not care. If Liam disappeared from the internet, I would not care. There's a limited amount of people that I have enough energy to care about, and he is not one of them. that being said, I hope everything goes well for him and everything with his family. Just leave me the fuck out of it. I don't want anything to do with him. And that's why I've had him blocked for years. But then I don't remember where this was from, but there was this comment and it's like Liam going on about me. And so he says, I don't think I care about Anna either. She has shown a significant lack of character, decency, and understanding. All I did was ask him for receipts. She has zero accountability for her own actions or weight of her platform and is crucifying me with, what's this? Vagaries and nonsense. Okay. One, I don't think I've ever talked about Liam on my channel until right now. So this is an SJW tactic that they say where it's like, you need to be accountable because you have a big following, like you have a big follower account. I've never fought with Liam on Twitter. I've never really made anyone aware of it. Okay, the one time I think I talked about him that I can recall, maybe if I have, I don't remember ever doing it, but if I have, it was that one time where I talked about that stream, that blood sports stream that he hosted, and I told people about that, and then he privated the video, and I think he deleted it. So this whole thing where I have zero accountability for the actions or the weight of my platform, that's a fucking SJW tactic. That's things when it's like, oh, so I'm not allowed to comment on something because I'm more popular than you. Again, that's what SJWs say. No, it's like, if you can't take the heat, don't go on the internet. Like, it's that simple. It's that fucking simple. But so again, this is retarded. And with the vagaries, that's me being nice. If I'm being vague about something and not giving explicit details on it, I'm trying to be nicer. I could be extremely, blunt and say, how I really feel, but I haven't, because that's my attempt at being kind. So, at any point she could have reached out and spoken to me. I have no interest in speaking to you. None. This was Ethan asked me a direct question and I answered directly. That doesn't need to be discussed with you. Do you think I reach out to everyone and explain to them why I have them blocked or why I have no desire to interact with them? No, because I'm not gay. That's retarded. Again, this is why I think he's on the spectrum. So here we go. But she, like so many, will continue to say, you know what you did. You should. Again, if you don't know, like, you hosted a bunch of people that literally tormented me over my sister's death and sat there with, and here's the thing, I don't need somebody to defend me. I can defend myself. Little old me, sat there and defended myself against a bunch of psychopaths that claim to be full-grown men. And I did it fine, I think. But you wonder why I don't have a positive view of you in my mind. It's not fucking rocket science, but if you're retarded, I guess it is. So here we go. And you continue to accuse me of actions I never took, beliefs I never held, and thoughts I never had. If I'm so vague, what are the beliefs that I've accused you of? Actions you never took. Yes, you never showed the receipts. That's it. You never showed the receipts. And thoughts I never had. Well, I've never claimed to know your thoughts. They call me crazy. They told everyone else I was insane. I really think you are. They embolden lunatics. Their voice and people seeking their approval cost me and my family tens of thousands of dollars in damages and nearly led to our death in 2 instances, from sabotage to our vehicle and our home. That's not my fucking fault. So again, you did something stupid. You feed into the trolls. They troll you because they think it's funny. And again, I don't believe this. I don't think Liam is important enough for people to do these things that he claims. And I've never seen any proof of it. And that one stream where I asked for receipts, they were never provided. It's just tall tales. This is why he is blocked. But this is the comment on here. 2 instances from sabotage our vehicle and home. And if she had where is this? If she had a shred of human decency, she would have at least spoken to me or my wife. No, I'm not. No, me saying I don't believe you. Show receipts. That's the extent of me talking to you. I'm not going to talk to your wife. That's fucking weird. That'd be like somebody contacting Peaches, which don't fucking do. Leave my husband, leave my family out of this whole YouTube stuff. Like, this is retarded. This is why people think Liam is retarded. And I believe it the more I see from him, you know? No, I don't believe it. I just don't. Like, here's the thing. I have stalkers. I have fucking weirdos. You can go look on this thread. You'll see a few of them. I've had people that showed up to my house. Did I go post about it on Twitter? No, because that makes it worse. I've had people send me photos of my mother's house with my mother's vehicles in the driveway and their license plate. Somebody found out where my sister worked, my one living sister, and took pictures of her work and her vehicle parked there. I've had some pretty insane psychopaths. I've had psychos calling my grandmother, who is in her 80s, to bitch because they didn't like some tweets of mine. I've had to deal with fucking psychos, you know? I don't typically go and cry about it on the internet like this. I'll tell you guys like long after the fact, but no normal person does this or handles things this way. It's not like the people you should be talking to is the police. You shouldn't be going and immediately crying about it on Twitter. And this is one of the reasons why nobody takes him seriously and nobody likes him. And the only time he gets attention is from pity. She is the aggressor. She is misinformed, ignorant, and I won't be making any further effort to make good. What is happening to her is karma. I hope she learns and grows from it. Now, I don't know exactly what was happening to me at this point, but whatever it is, it wasn't important enough for me to remember. This is him having a spurg in the comments of one of Katie's videos, and I did try to find it because there was a comment somewhere that somebody sent me of him basically insinuating that I'm the reason he contemplating Minecrafting himself, which I'm like, so me going on a stream and asking for receipts is enough to make you Minecraft yourself? Then you need to get serious fucking help, and you need to get the fuck off the internet if you're that unstable of a human. As I don't know how just saying, I think you're full of shit, show me the proof, is worthy of you going to this lengths, unless you're lying and you don't like getting called out on it. And so this was, I don't exactly remember the chain of events, but at some point he sent me a email with a link to a private video. I didn't watch it. I clicked on it and I'm like, I am not watching a 7-minute video of Liam crying about his feelings as to why I don't like him. I'm not watching this. I went to go check it again because it's privated. It's like, it's removed. I can probably pull up the email and show you guys. I took a screenshot of it and I was like, I'm a woman and this is too fucking girly and gay for me. Yeah, let me find the email. I can show you guys so I can prove it's real. This is from Liam. It says, Liam, an honest attempt at understanding, which I'm sorry, this I think is a clear sign of autism when you don't put, like, you put everything in the header and you don't leave, like, this, first off, you wouldn't put your name. You would put it right here and you would type Anna, comma, space, an honest attempt at understanding, and then you would post the video link. You wouldn't put everything in the header of an email. That's not how you send an email to someone. It's fucking retarded. But so here's the link to the video. I click it. Oh, can I play it? Is it unprivated? No, video is unavailable. Video is private. So yeah, he took the video down. Now, I didn't watch it. Where is my tweet? Here's the tweet. So I didn't watch it. I took a screenshot and have it. So yeah, it's retarded. This isn't normal. A full-grown man shouldn't be sending me a sob story 7-minute video where you're crying about your feelings, which I'm just assuming that's what it is. I didn't watch it. I had no intention of watching it. I'm not going to spend 7 minutes of my life watching Liam lie and make up a sob story. I'm not getting paid to be his babysitter. I am not his mother. He is not my autistic child. I am not wasting my time with that. I also have zero patience to deal with people that, you know, copy other people's artwork and pass it off as their own and then fake suicides. I don't have any patience for people like that, and especially somebody that is that fragile. They're not going to deal well with someone like me on the same stream. I don't do CG Kings. Like, the only reason I'm in that room is because there was drama going on in the CG green room, so I left it and I asked Ethan if there was like another CG room, so I'm not completely cut off from everyone. So he put me in the Kings room, and I said, I'm like, I'll just share links, and if I ever go live, I'll put the link in the Kings room, and anyone in the Kings room can come on and can come on my show. But now there's a bunch of people in the Kings room that I don't know that I would never have on my show, so I don't I don't even know if I should stay in there anymore. But Liam is no longer in King's room. I don't know what smoke you're smoking, but he still is in there. I checked. I can check right now and confirm that he is still in there. He was not removed. He's right there. See? He's still in the King's room. He was never removed. I think Ethan will move Liam eventually. Well, remember that stream, which I clipped it just in case he ever does come after me, where he's threatening Peaches. And then he basically said, if Anna, if you remove me from the King's room, then, I will have he basically implied that Ethan is protecting me and holding him back from coming after me. And it's like, if I posted that and tagged YouTube in it, like him, first off, threatening physical violence against my husband, a person who has nothing to do with the internet, basically implying that he needs to beat me, and that, men in Australia, apparently it's okay for them to beat their wives to keep them in submission because I'm out here running my mouth, which is like, I'm just reacting to things that are happening. I am allowed to have my opinions on things. And so I clipped all that out, but him basically saying if he gets kicked out of King's room, Ethan has no power over him to hold him back from coming after me. Police report that too. What's to say I haven't already, man? But it's just, yeah. I think some people, there's some mentally insane people out there, and I think he is one of them. And I think he needs help. I think he needs serious mental help, and there is someone with a very large butterfly net looking for him.
I'm a pussy and shit when she knows I can't fight her. Well, I mean, do I have to kick the f*** out of Peaches? Is that what this is? Do I have to kick the f*** out of a husband because he can't keep in line? Because that's how we'd handle it here in Australia. When your missus is out of line, you got to rein her in, and she's out of line. So do I have issue with Peaches? Is that what this is? Because I don't want to be that way. I don't know the guy. I shouldn't have to knock his blood off.
I looked up the messages between him and Vaughn in the CG Kings chat to see who in fact started it. And who do you guys think?
Well, that's what I thought too, Anna. That's what I thought too, because I remember I felt like he posted randomly of some things that were kind of his situation. I was like, kind of weird.
So I'll
then
just
it led up
give you
to
a
that.
rundown. So back when Liam was first added to the CG Kings room, it would be novels of a message with some shitty artwork, most of which I'm pretty sure is AI or not him claiming that's his. It'd be a novel. No one would respond. And then someone like Billy would be like, oh, here's she. Can somebody share my tweet? And, everybody would just ignore his messages. So that's why he would go with so this is what he said. He said, sorry, I have a guy showing up at my house taking photos and trying to break in during the middle of the night. And so I have to pull all-nighters and sleep during the day. So I was asleep during the stream. Tonight, I think I will be finishing up the 1-point red draft rewrite of Dino King 2. But first, I'm just tinkering on the Angel of Death figure a little bit. And then it just goes on. But it's
Liam Gray.
Wait, so there's a guy on your property looking in your windows at night, even though you're supposedly awake at night, but you're doing a 3D model of some figure while this guy is peeking in your window. And also,
it makes no sense.
Well, I also heard that he breeds dogs, so it's you have a ton of dogs on your property, so aren't they losing their goddamn minds?
Well,
Like the
Yeah,
mailman
to
comes
be
and my
barking
dog.
and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing about it makes sense. Also, calling the cops and saying that, oh, ask other YouTubers what to do is the biggest fucking bullshit I've ever heard. Yeah, but so then everybody ignores him. And this is, I think, July. When is this? Sometimes it'll show you the dates on messages. But
Yeah.
Everyone just ignores him. Dan Lawless is like, oh, here's me in DC. Vasilis says something about something. Then Liam posts like a drawing of an arm and another novel.
I remember that.
Like, what? And then I think he was asking for advice because Graham's like, oh, look at this person. And then Billy was like, Liam, here's like the simple solution. And he posts like a picture of a gun.
Yeah.
And then this one, okay, so this is what Liam says. Yes, I have my firearm by me and I sent the girls to Graphon. I am intending on shooting him, but I am worried about the legal consequences.
After that
They could
message,
just call the
you
cops
definitely
when
should
them.
be.
Yeah. And then that's when Vaughn chimes in and he says, I don't know about you guys, but I think Liam is full of shit. I think he
Right.
disrespects us when he lies for attention. I'm not putting up with it, Liam. Take your tall tales about yourself someplace else. If you can't respect us, then fuck out of here. And then
Remember that.
Liam responds, then Vaughn responds, and then it's basically Vaughn and Liam going back and forth. And I woke up to a plethora of messages, and I said, "Holy shit, shut up! This is a professional DM room, not a struggle session." And then Vaughn, told me to stay out of it because I think he thought I was talking to him.
Yeah.
And then Billy posted a meme saying that escalated quickly. Then I responded to Vaughn and I said, Vaughn, no one here takes him seriously. We all know he's full of shit, but we all also know Ethan has a soft spot for autists, so we all just tolerate it. Is it annoying? 100%. But he wants to make a fool out of himself. Let him. There's no point in beating up Forrest Gump.
No,
And then,
Anna, don't love me.
yeah, and then there's one meme posted about Forrest Gump and Bubba, and then everybody just moves on and ignores it. And Liam posted like a thumbs down emoji, and that was that.
I don't like that pose. I'm not Forrest Gump. I'm Liam Gray.
Imagine not having a like this dude has a wife and a kid and dogs and art and all these other projects that he supposedly has going on.
Yeah.
Right.
He can find time to just stop whatever he's doing to go and do this. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I really believe how important of a person you think you are, Liam. Like, I have to schedule time to come and do this stuff because I have a baby and, a life.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
That stream of him driving around, somebody sent it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I think this just solidifies everything I've suspected. The dude is insane and out of his goddamn fucking mind. And then
He did it all day. Like all day he was driving around. And the thing that, like, not to comment, but like I told him earlier, is like, you got your family in the car and you're literally driving around all day just spewing all this stuff out. Like, this is what in the world?
That's not
like
normal. Like that.
It's not, Anna. It's weird.
Well, and
I'm
saying that I'm delusional. That what I'm saying is bullshit. It's like, no, everything that he says is like this fantasy world in his own mind that he's projecting on reality. Did you guys ever watch A Beautiful Mind? It's kind of like that, except with a retard instead of a genius. Well, I remember he got so mad at Kelsey in the Jack Show because Kelsey made like a parody intro of his boy Island and how gay it was. And he got so mad. It was a long time ago, so I think he might have actually struck Kelsey or John. I'm not sure, but it was a lot of drama because I remember back in the day he was like big on false flagging people for anything. And
no, he's still doing it.
Okay, yeah, he's still doing it.
Yeah, he
started the strike wars.
Outs with him was I told him stop striking people.